Good afternoon, students. I am very happy to meet you all through this class. This online class is conducted for the students to prepare well for university examination. We discuss only some important questions which are frequently asked for last few years question papers. Okay. So students are advised to utilize these classes, be safe and stay at home and prepare well for examination. Okay. Right. Now we go to the subject theoretical physics. In theoretical physics, we have 5 units. First 3 units are classical mechanics. Last 2 units, 4th and 5th units, we have quantum mechanics. Okay. We almost cover the syllabus in theoretical physics in our regular classes. But now we discuss some important questions in each chapters which are frequently asked last few university exam question papers only. Now we go to quantum mechanics. In quantum mechanics, we already discussed about some basic things, some postulates, basic postulates like linear momentum, angular momentum, kinetic energy, and these are all basic postulates of quantum mechanics, and eigenvalues, eigenfunctions. These are all already discussed in our regular classes. But now go to the Schrodinger equation. The Schrodinger equation has 2 types, time dependent Schrodinger equation and time independent Schrodinger equations. Before we start the topic, Schrodinger equation, time independent. First we discuss time independent equation. Before we start the topic, we should know about what is quantum mechanics and how it classify from classical mechanics. In classical mechanics, we study about macro particles. Macro means very big particle which are viewed through electron microscope. These particles are analyzed in classical mechanics. But in quantum mechanics, we study about micro particle. Micro means small, which are not viewed even through electron microscope. These particles are analyzed in quantum mechanics. For example, proton, neutron, electron and some other particles released from the nucleus is analyzed in quantum mechanics. Okay. We also studied this atom nucleus in classical mechanics, but the internuclear properties of electron and the nucleus is only clearly studied in quantum mechanics. For example, if electron is moving towards the nucleus, which it is moving closer and closer to nucleus, the electron force will be collapsed. This is not clearly explained in classical mechanics, but in quantum mechanics we have done in this process. We have clearly explained these internuclear properties in quantum mechanics. Okay. Now you can understand quantum mechanics and classical mechanics. Now we go to the topic Schrodinger time independent equation. It has 2 equations, time dependent and time independent equations. In quantum mechanics, this is basic fundamental equation. Generally in quantum mechanics, we have if a particle is moving, if a single particle or group of particles propagate through the medium, this is considered as a wave. These waves are described using some mathematical expressions in quantum mechanics is called simply Schrodinger equation. If a wave is moving in x direction or moving in 3 dimension x, y and z direction, this is moving with respect to time or irrespective of time. So, the wave, the particle motion, microparticle motion is described as a form of waves in quantum mechanics. This Schrodinger equation was given by the scientist Schrodinger in 1926 according with the de Broglie concept. In classical mechanics, Newtonian equation, Newton's law of motion, we know 3 Newton's law of motion. This Newtonian motion equation is very important basic in classical mechanics. Like this, the Schrodinger equation is fundamental in quantum mechanics. Now we go to this equation, that is mathematical equation for Newton's law of motion in classical mechanics is written as dou squared y divided by dou t squared is equal to v squared dou squared y divided by dou x squared. This is the mathematical equation for a macro body, macro particle as a wave form in classical mechanics. In this equation, y represents the amplitude of wave. If a particle is moving, as a wave form, here this is amplitude, y, this is amplitude. So y represents amplitude of the wave and v represents velocity of the wave. Okay, right then. This equation is written in quantum mechanics by considering a wave function. Last class, in our regular class, we study about waves and wave functions. Now, the wave function is x, y, z, or the wave function is written as x, y, z, or x, y, z and t. It means the wave phi of psi. It is psi of x, y, z. X, y, z represent the position of the particle. This t represent the position of the particle with respect to time. This is wave function. If a particle is moving in the form of wave, this is represented by this wave function psi of x, y, z. If it is the time independent equation, it's psi of x, y, z and t. If the equation is time dependent equations. Okay. Now we go to only time independent equation. So this equation, this wave function is written as psi of x, y and z. This mathematical expression is written for microscopic particle, microparticle in quantum mechanics by substituting psi instead of using y in this first equation. So this equation can be written as dou squared psi divided by dou t squared is equal to v squared dou squared psi divided by dou x squared. This is as the second equation. Here the psi represents the amplitude of wave in quantum mechanics. So this is the equation of wave mathematical expression using some mathematical expression operators dou by dou t, dou by dou t. So this is the equation for wave in quantum mechanics. Okay. In what dimension? This is in x dimension. If it is written in 3 dimension, if a particle is moving along with x, y and z direction, this equation can be written as dou squared psi divided by dou t squared is equal to v squared dou squared psi divided by dou x squared plus dou squared psi divided by dou y squared plus dou squared psi divided by dou z squared. This is the equation of wave which it is moving in 3 dimensions x, y and z. Here in this equation psi is common for all terms. So it is taken commonly dou squared psi divided by dou t squared is equal to v squared dou squared by dou x squared plus dou squared by dou y squared plus dou squared by dou z squared of psi. Here we know this is Laplacian operator. Del is equal to, del is equal to dou by dou x plus dou by dou y plus dou by dou z. This is del. If it is del squared, dou squared by dou x squared, dou squared by dou y squared, squared by dou z squared. This is del squared Laplacian operator. So this equation is rewritten as dou squared psi divided by dou t squared is equal to v squared into del squared phi. This is we consider as a third equation. Okay, fine. Next, the general solution of equation 2 is written as, the equation 2 gives the solution of psi, that is psi is equal to psi naught sine 2 pi by lambda of x. This is the solution of equation 2, wave equation 2. Consider as a fourth equation. Here this equation is differentiated with respect to x, with respect to position only. This time independent equation is explained with respect to position only, irrespective of time. So this is differentiated with respect to x. Dou psi by dou x is equal to psi naught. Sin is differentiated into cos 2 pi by lambda into x. This term is again differentiated into 2 pi by lambda. Then this equation is again differentiated. Dou squared x, dou squared psi divided by dou x squared is equal to cos is differentiated into minus sign. So minus of psi naught sin 2 pi by lambda into x. This is again differentiated into 2 pi by lambda, that is whole square. Here in this equation, this psi naught sin 2 pi by lambda into x is simply psi from equation 4. So this is written as dou square psi by dou x square is equal to minus, this is psi naught sin 2 pi by lambda x is psi. So psi into 2 pi by lambda whole square. Okay, fine. Since according to de Broglie concept, de Broglie hypothesis, the Schrodinger equation is usually explained according with the de Broglie concept. According to de Broglie hypothesis, lambda is equal to h by mv. This is wavelength is equal to Planck constant divided by mass of the particle into velocity of the particle. So lambda squared is h squared by m squared v squared. This denominator term is multiplied and divided by 2 because nothing at all. H squared by 2m into of m 2m into 1 by 2 into m b square. If the denominator is multiplied and divided by 2, so this value not changed. So 2 is multiplied, so 2m into divided by 2, this is half me square. We know what is half me square, this is kinetic energy formula. So this equation is again written into 2m into kinetic energy of the particle. We know total energy. What is total energy? This total energy is E is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. This is total energy. If we need kinetic energy, this is equal to total energy E minus potential energy V. Okay, right. So this equation is here substituted as E minus V, h squared by 2m into E minus V. This lambda squared value is now substituted in equation 5. This is as a fifth equation. The lambda squared value is substituted in this equation 5. Then the equation 5 becomes, this is dou squared psi divided by dou x square is equal to minus psi into 2 pi, that is 2 squared pi square divided by lambda square. This lambda squared value is h squared by 2m into E minus V. Okay, right. Now this equation, this 2m E minus V goes to numerator. So dou square psi by dou x square is equal to, this is 2m into 2 square, 4 into 2, 8 pi square into m divided by square into E minus V of psi. Again it has minus value, minus. In this equation from quantum mechanics, okay, right, this term is come to this side, dou squared psi by dou x squared plus 8 pi squared m divided by h squared E minus V of psi is equal to 0. According to quantum mechanics, h by 2 pi, h by 2 pi is equal to h cross, h by 2 pi is equal to h cross. Now, h cross squared is equal to squared by 4 pi squared. If it is 1 by h cross squared is equal to 4 pi squared by h squared. So, in this equation, this is 2 into 4. 4 pi squared by h squared is written into 1 by h cross squared. So, this equation is again rewritten as 2 into m. This 4 pi squared by h squared is equal to 1 by h cross squared into E minus V of psi is equal to 0. This is time independent Schrodinger wave equation. Okay. This is for only x dimension, dou squared psi divided by dou x squared. The wave function, the wave particle is moving along with x dimension only. If it is moving in 3 dimensions, this equation is also written as dou squared psi by dou x squared plus dou squared psi by dou y squared plus dou squared psi divided by dou z squared plus 2m by h cross squared E minus V of psi is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. In this equation, psi is common to all 3 terms. So, it is also written as dou squared by dou x squared plus dou squared by dou y squared plus dou squared divided by dou z squared of psi plus 2m by h cross squared E minus V of psi is equal to 0. This is we know already know Laplacian operator. So, this is del square into psi plus 2m divided by h cross square E minus V of psi is equal to 0. Okay. This is finally time independent Schrodinger wave equation. This is since this equation is written for free particle. Free particle is freely moving particles. Freely moving particles having no potential energy. It has only kinetic energy. We know if the particle is if the body is in rest position, it has potential energy. If it is moving, it has kinetic energy. The freely moving particles has no constraints. So, it has no potential energy. It has only kinetic energy. So, for free particle, the equation is written for del squared psi plus 2m divided by h cross squared into E psi is equal to 0 because potential is 0 for free particle. So, this is the equation for time independent Schrodinger equation for free particle. That's all. This is time independent Schrodinger equation. Once we recall this, first we write the mathematical expression for a macro particle in classical mechanics. Then this equation is written for quantum mechanics. We substitute psi instead of y. So, we can write this equation as a second equation. Then this equation is written for 3-dimensional way. We can get this equation. Then the general solution of equation 2, wave equation 2 is written into this psi is equal sin 2 pi by lambda x. This is differentiated twice and we get the solution of fifth equation. Now the de Broglie hypothesis is taken as lambda is equal to h by mv. Then lambda squared calculated. Here the kinetic energy formula E minus v substituted. Then the lambda squared value is substituted in equation 5. Then we get this value dou square psi by dou x square plus 8 pi square m by h square E minus v of psi is equal to 0. This is for x dimension. If it is written in here the value of h by 2 pi is substituted as h cross. This is here squared, so h cross squared. This is written for 3 dimension. Then we get del square psi plus 2m by h cross square E minus v of psi is equal to 0. This is time independent Schrodinger equation. For free particle, its equation is written, that is potential energy is 0 for free particle. So time independent Schrodinger wave equation is del square psi plus 2m by h cross squared E phi is equal to 0 only. That's all. Time dependent equation. If a particle is moving as a waveform in x, y and z direction, this is moving with respect to time. So the wave function is written as psi of x, y, z and t. Here x, y, z represent the position of the particle in 3 dimensions and t represent the time, the position of particle with respect to time. So wave function is written into psi of x, y, z into and t. This is the general equation. This is a basic of classical mechanics, that is Newtonian equation for macroscopic body in the classical mechanics written into this equation. This is same as time independent equation. Now we substitute in quantum mechanics, we substitute psi instead of using y. So this first equation is written into this dou square psi by dou t squared is equal to v squared dou square psi by dou x square. This is the wave equation. This is the wave equation in quantum mechanics in x dimension only. If it is written in 3 dimensions, we can write this dou square psi by dou x square plus dou square psi by dou y square plus dou square psi by dou z square. This is same as for time independent equation. Then dou square psi by dou t square is equal to, we apply the Laplacian operator. This is psi is taken commonly. So this is Laplacian operator del square. So this equation is also written as dou square psi by dou t square is equal to v square. This is del square into psi. Okay. Up to this step, same with the time independent Schrodinger equation, except this function x, y, z and t. Next, the general solution of equation 2 in time dependent equation is written into psi of psi naught e power minus I omega t. This is the general solution of equation 2, wave equation 2. In time independent equation, the solution is psi is equal to psi naught sin 2 pi by lambda into x. But in time dependent equation, the solution is psi is equal to psi naught e power minus I omega t. Here the equation is differentiated with respect to t because it is time dependent equation. In time independent equation, this is differentiated with respect to position, that is x, dou t, dou psi by dou x. But here this is differentiated with respect to time. So dou psi by dou t is equal to psi naught e power I omega t is differentiated into e power minus I omega t. This power minus I omega t is differentiated into minus I omega. Okay. This is here the psi naught e power minus I omega t is equal to simply psi from equation 4. So since this equation is also written as this psi naught e power I omega t minus I omega t is equal to psi. Psi into minus I omega. This is as the 5th equation. Now we take angular frequency formula. Omega is equal to 2 pi nu. Here omega represent angular frequency, nu represent this linear frequency. This frequency is nothing but number of waves. If a particle is propagate through the medium, this is in the form of waves. So the number of waves in the medium is nothing but frequency. So frequency is equal to nu is equal to omega by 2 pi. Omega by 2 pi. Sorry. Here omega is equal to 2 pi into nu is equal to from energy of photon equation, E is equal to h nu. This E is equal to h nu is photonic energy. This is E, energy of photon is equal to h into nu, h Planck constant into frequency. Then frequency is equal to E divided by h. This is here substituted. E by h. E by h. 2 pi E by h. Then this denominator is multiplied and divided by the value 2 pi because the denominator nothing at all. If the term is multiplied and divided by same value, it's finally its value not changed. So in this equation 2 pi into E divided by 2 pi into h divided by 2 pi. Okay, right. The denominator h is multiplied and divided by 2 pi. Now 2 pi and 2 pi cancel out, then we get omega is equal to E divided by h by 2 pi. From quantum mechanics already we know h by 2 pi is equal to h cross. So E divided by h cross, this is omega divided by h cross. This value is now here substituted. So the equation phi becomes dou psi by dou t is equal to psi of minus, also we have minus psi into I, omega is E divided by h cross. Now this equation is multiplied and again divided by I. Minus psi I into E by h cross multiplied and divided by I. Here I into I squared. We know I squared is equal to minus 1. I squared is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 into minus plus. So psi into E divided by h cross I. This is dou psi by dou t. From this equation, the E psi is calculated. So E psi is equal to h cross I goes to this side as reciprocal. So we have h cross I into dou psi by dou t. This is energy function. E psi is equal to h cross I into dou psi by dou t. This is energy function of wave. Okay, fine. Since the time independent Schrodinger, we take time independent Schrodinger wave equation. Time independent Schrodinger wave equation is del square psi plus 2m divided by h cross square into E minus V of psi is equal to 0. It's equal to 0. We know that equation. This is as a fifth, then this is as the sixth equation. In this equation, time independent Schrodinger equation, we substitute the value of E psi. The psi is multiplied together, then equation becomes del squared psi plus 2m by h cross squared into E psi minus V psi is equal to 0. Now, the E psi value is substituted here. E psi is h cross I into dou psi by dou t plus minus V psi is equal to 0. This equation is also written into del squared psi is equal to, this term go to that side, minus 2m divided by h cross squared h cross I dou psi by dou t minus V psi is equal to 0. In this equation, only this term minus 2m by h cross square come to this side as a reciprocal. So, minus h cross squared by 2m into del squared psi is equal to h cross I dou psi by dou t minus V psi. Okay. Now, the V psi come to this side, minus V psi come to this side as plus V psi is equal to h cross I dou psi by dou t. In this equation, the psi is common for these two terms. So, it is taken commonly minus h cross squared by 2m del squared plus V of psi is equal to h cross I dou psi by dou t. Okay, right. Here in this equation, this bracket term, the term inside the bracket is Hamiltonian operator. Hamiltonian operator, it has some operators, that is Laplacian operator combined with these terms. It will make a Hamiltonian operator. So, this term is written as Hamiltonian function h is psi is equal to, this is h cross I dou by dou t psi. Already we know that equation E psi is equal to h cross I into dou psi by dou t. So, E value is, energy operator is h cross I dou by dou t only. So, in this h cross I dou by dou t is E into psi. So, finally, we have this equation h psi is equal to E psi. H is the Hamiltonian operator, E is energy operator and psi is wave function. And also this equation is time dependent Schrodinger equation. That's the time dependent Schrodinger equation. This, first we take this equation like similar with the time independent equation, up to this third equation steps are equal for two questions. Then the solution is only different. The solution of this equation in time dependent is psi is equal to sin e power minus I omega t. But in the case of time independent equation, the solution is only psi is equal to sin naught sin 2 pi by lambda into x. This is the difference between these two equations. Then this equation is differentiated once. Then we get this equation. Then from the relation omega is equal to 2 pi nu, we get the value of omega as e pi by h cross. In between this denominator is nu is equal to, from energy of photon equation, E is equal to h nu is equal to E by h. This is substituted. Then the denominator h is multiplied and divided by 2 pi, nothing at all, because nothing at all as a denominator. So, omega is equal to h by 2 pi. In quantum mechanics, the h by 2 pi value is h cross. So, omega is equal to E by h cross. Here, this is substituted in the fifth equation. Then we get this. Here, some mathematical expressions. I is multiplied and divided by this term. So, we get I into I I squared, minus 1 into minus plus, so psi into E by H cross I. In this equation, E psi is equal to H cross I, go to that side as reciprocal. So, my H cross I into dou psi by dou t. This is energy function of the waves which it is propagate through the medium with respect to time. Then we take time independent Schrodinger equation. In this independent Schrodinger equation, the value of E psi is substituted. Then after some mathematical expression, we get minus H cross squared by 2m del squared plus V of psi is equal to H cross I dou psi by dou t. This is time dependent Schrodinger wave equation. This is also written as using some operators. This is Hamiltonian operator. Minus H cross squared by 2m del squared plus V is Hamiltonian operator. This is represented as a function H into psi is equal to, the energy operator is minus H cross I dou by dou t. So, this is energy operator into psi. So, H simply H psi is equal to use E psi is time dependent Schrodinger equation. That is all. This notes is enough for examination point of view also. If you have any doubt, please contact me and call to my number. Okay. Thank you.